I need to make one quick change.
down.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Waiting for that lockdown to subside. Deco and Nitro. Players in hell, one close generator. Still, now, one comes easy for Kimon, but it's all down to Hiko. The clip! No, not the clip!
There we go. I realized I did not have my jersey on. While I do try to be an unbiased
in a great spot, the swing wins right beside you.
streamer as often as I possibly can, I am a Man U fan, and there is no way I'm not rooting for them to win this one. And we are just about to get ready with the Manchester Derby. So let's run through the lineups. The last time these two teams met, I believe it was Manchester United coming out with a draw. I can't remember if they came out on top or a draw. I think it was probably a 0-0 draw. Let's see. Manchester Derby 2020. Okay. Nope. March 8th, we won 2-0. That's 2020. So that was last season. And then let's see. December 12th. Yeah, December 12th is 0-0. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. 0-0 draw. That was Man United's home leg. I know that, when you are in Manchester, there are no fans. Essentially, neither one of these is really home or away. But it will be Manchester City's home leg of this two-sided league tie. So let's run through the lineups here today for Pep Guardiola and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Pep Guardiola's team, of course, on a massive run, 21 games unbeaten in all competitions. They are easily the best team in the Premier League, likely trotting to a title. Good morning, young Bolus. Manchester United, not so much. They've been struggling to score goals, a couple of draws that have been very harmful and have taken them out of contention for the title and likely put them in a battle for the top four. So let's take a look. It's Ederson in goal, Joao Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Alexander Zinchenko, the usual back four of late for Pep Guardiola. Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, the midfield trio with Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, and Riyad Mahrez leading the line. I did not watch Liverpool this morning, but it looks like they lost to Fulham, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Don, it is going to be a very, very tough match for Manchester United. There's no doubt about that. And as big a Man U fan as I am, and hoping for the best, I still do think City are probably going to beat us 2-0. But, like you said, keep your fingers crossed. You never know what can happen. Pep Guardiola has selected basically his strongest available lineup today. He has the full front three, the full midfield trio, and the usual back line. Is playing with the central striker, Gabriel Jesus, back in the lineup today. So that is something of note. They have been playing very well without a traditional striker in their latest games. So it has been a bit of a back to what they were playing in the beginning of the season, but I'm sure they will be dangerous nonetheless. Let's see here for Manchester United. Dean Henderson going to make a start in goal with De Gea, I believe, injured. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw across the back four, Scott McTominay, Fred going to make up the base of midfield. Dan James, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford will play in front of them with Anthony Martial leading the line. Yeah, we do have to hope for a lot of good stuff. And it is just about to start. It might be just a couple seconds ahead of me on live TV if you are watching it there. So feel free to just tune into that. If you like my commentary more than the broadcasters, you can tune into me. But I do not mind if you just watch the game because we're just here to enjoy some good football. So let's see how this one goes as we are just about to get started. It is Manchester United kicking off. Let's see. I don't think it's the worst decision, honestly. Yeah.
Wonderful.
City can easily score a lot of goals. And Don Solberg, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the booth. Appreciate you joining us here this morning. As the game is underway, Rashford immediately holding on to his lower back as he gets a little bump on the first ball over the top. from Joao Cancelo. You can see him hobbling over there just a little bit. Should be okay. He is a young and spry man, as we all know. This is on NBC Sports, Mr. Young Bullis. Not a Peacock game today. I don't even know what their criteria are for Peacock games. I'll be 100% honest. It's very nebulous, I would say. As an early free kick, got to go against, I believe, Gabriel Jesus here. Anthony Martial, the player, down on the ground. Will be helped up by his teammates. And that is that inside the box? It is inside the box. Is that a penalty? What? I looked down for a second.
Way to the feet of Martial. Absolutely no doubt in that being a penalty.
Holy crap! Well, you called it, Young Bullis. We needed to pray for some penalties, and there you go. A minute into the match, a penalty awarded on a Gabriel Jesus challenge onto Martial.
Have something to hold on to.
Clumsy by Jesus.
And here it is, Bruno Fernandes stepping up.
And take a breath by Bruno Fernandes, who's converted 11 of his 12 in the Premier League
God,
so far in his career. Anthony Taylor.
Depends on whose perspective you're taking it from, doesn't it?
Fernandes with a straight run up against
There goes
Ederson.
Fernandes. Up against Ederson.
Right-footed and scored.
Oh, and it's just inside the left-hand side of the goal. Bruno Fernandes gets good contact on it. Ederson guesses the right way, gets his hand on it, but cannot keep it out of the net. And Manchester United will take a lead 2 minutes into the match. You did. You really did. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Would be disappointed.
You absolutely did just like speak this into existence.
Got over there early. Can't get a strong enough hand on that. Ball finds itself in the corner, but expecting Manchester United to come and play counter-attacking football. Plays right into their hands now, having a lead to hold on to. They can't be negative, but certainly it'll play into their tactics.
But yeah, Young Bullis has spoken the penalty into existence. The penalty has happened.
In terms of entertainment,
we even spoke about, yeah, we did.
And remember,
Manchester United out to an early lead here. So very, very nice start for them. We'll have to see if they can hold off the deadly attack that Manchester City do have in their possession.
The Tottenham Hotspur, in fact,
Oh, and now a turnover. Bruno Fernandes moving forward, tries to find Rashford, but it's good reading from Joao Cancelo. He'll boot that one out of play, alleviate the danger. Very shaky start for Manchester City. Not something we've expected from them as of late. They have been so clinical in all of their matches. It's United once again. McTominay does good work up the right. He picks out Rashford on the left. Here's Shaw on the overlap. Cancelo with another excellent tackle. And now gives it away to Shaw inside the box. He strikes it and Ederson saves. And Manchester City, what an uncharacteristic start for them. Way too calm in possession here is Cancelo inside his own 18-yard box. Gives it right to Luke Shaw, who strikes it with his right foot. Unfortunately, that is the weaker peg of Manchester United's left back, and he does not beat Ederson or really even challenge him with that strike from about 8 yards. And there is Pep Guardiola once again sporting that that hoodie that's been getting a little bit of flack on Twitter simply because it just looks like Guardiola rolled out of bed like 20 seconds ago, threw that hoodie on and rolled up to the game. Twitter's a fun place, guys. It's a fun place. Now a offside call against Martial. Manchester City will restart the attack. What's up? Oh, it is for a good cause. It's not a bad, that's not the thing. It's just that Twitter's been giving him flack for like, it's the sort of thing where like the meme is like Pep Guardiola, the kind of guy that rolls out of bed, throws a hoodie on, and will still destroy you 4-0. That's like been the meme running around. Here's John Stones making a switch of play over to Zinchenko. Manchester United looking to press high. Good pass by John Stones will break the initial line, but then it's loose from Gundogan towards De Bruyne. Manchester United have taken it away. Yeah, Max Muse, I agree. We could really use the win. Probably won't matter for the title run, of course, but would be great for keeping us in the top four as the space is tightening on those top four places. particularly with Liverpool losing earlier today to Fulham. They are now in a very dangerous position for themselves. At least I saw that they were losing in the 96th minute. Yeah, okay, they did. Okay. I'm telling you, man, Fulham are a dangerous team. They just have no talent. They just like can't finish goals. So like when they can finish, you have to like appreciate it because it just doesn't happen very often. But their build-up play is good. I think Scott Parker sets them up very well. Here's Ederson launching this one forward. Easy header down by Lindelof. Second ball is going to get away from Fred. Now here comes De Bruyne. Tries to shift it out to the left, but it's a bit of a loose pass. And again, Manchester City just don't quite look like they've arrived at the stadium as of yet. And now United looking to come the other way. It's Martial. And on the left flank, Cancelo harrying him. And it will come back, I believe, off of Martial. And I think that's a little unfortunate for Cancelo. It came off of Martial to my eyes, but it will be a Man U throw-in. Yeah, Max. Yeah, Pogba's been injured for a while. Probably is not available for selection, unfortunately. Likely also part of the reason that we've been struggling to pick up more results because we can't rotate midfield as much as we have been. I didn't see what happened to Brighton yesterday. Were they in a lead and gave it up? Oh, thank you, Max Muse. I appreciate it. That's sort of how this channel started. I'm trying to become a professional broadcaster. Hopefully I'm doing play-by-play commentary for pro teams one day. So I'm trying to practice here and have some fun while doing it. Here's Pogba. He's going to be clipped there. And there's Max Muse. Thank you for the follow, sir. Welcome to the booth. Glad to have you here this morning with us. As Marcus Rashford slow to get back to his feet, will just walk away from the scene of the crime. Easy there, young Volis. My channel is not worth subscribing to. I will say that much. I do not stream regularly enough, nor do I have enough content really to be worth the $5 a month. So I do appreciate the follow, but until I am a better streamer, I would encourage you not to subscribe just yet. Spend that money somewhere else. I know you did, Nolan. I told you not to. Use your Twitch Prime if you want to. If you're going to use anything, use the Twitch Prime. Then it's not $5 out of your pocket. It's $5 out of Jeff Bezos' pocket, which we all know he can afford. Here's John Stones. Plays it up towards Riyad Mahrez. But we'll just come back to him. Good pressure here by United, forcing a bit of a slow build-up from City at the moment. Before that, entry pass to Gundogan's feet. Lovely outlet pass from him towards Sterling. Sterling will lay it in behind for De Bruyne. Looks for the early cross. Maguire well positioned to knock that one away. Second ball is picked up by James. Taken away from him by Sterling. Bursting into United's box. But is crowded out by a combination of Wan-Bissaka and McTominay. Clearance comes only as far as Rodri. Here's Gundogan. Top of the box. He'll have a strike, but easily read by Dean Henderson for his first save of the match. And that's a little better from City. They've definitely started the match. The worst of the two sides looked kind of out of it for ideas, were a little bit chaotic in their defensive shape. Yeah, so the process is supposed to be you go online and you look up, it's like Twitch, you can go to your either Amazon Prime or just go to like Twitch Amazon Prime and search it. And you need to connect your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime. There's like a button to do that on the site, the first site that pops up. Once you do that, go back to Twitch and double check that you're connected in your settings. And then when you hit the subscribe button, you should receive an option to subscribe free with Twitch Prime. So it's pretty simple. It's just connecting the two sites. Here's Rashford. Maguire looking over the top. Oh ho ho! Very interesting, Max. Very interesting. It's a bold bet to take Manchester United over Manchester City today after a 21 game unbeaten run from Man City, but I like it. And now all you got to do is have them hold off City for another 80 minutes. Here's Diaz. Swinging this one out to Zinchenko. Good tackle by McTominay as De Bruyne tried to poke it towards Gundogan. McTominay over to Fernandez. Lays it for Wan-Bissaka. In slightly extravagant fashion. Now Fred going to get fouled in midfield. Play will be allowed to continue as McTominay got there first. Shaw. Into Rashford. Lay it back to Maguire. City have gotten back into their defensive shape, forcing United into a slower build-up. Talk about United, it's a team that really enjoys getting out on the break, trying to find space. They do manage to keep possession in several matches, but it doesn't really seem to be their MO at times. We'll have to see if they can take advantage of situations like this one, in which they are pinging the ball around pretty decently at the moment. It's Lindelof. Over to Maguire. Press extending a bit for City. Into United's half now. Lindelof going to look long as he's closed down by De Bruyne. Zinchenko will go up and win that one. It looks like Gundogan's been fouled, and yep, he has. Fernandez with a slight question to the referee, but not going to complain too much as City will have this free kick. Taking it quick. That's a very short pass towards Stones from Cancelo, and a little bit fortunate that Stones managed to get there ahead of Marcus Rashford. Does manage to, though, and does get upended by Fred to win City another free kick. Pep Guardiola must be a little concerned by what he's seeing from his side. They concede that early penalty, and it does seem to have rattled them a bit. They did have that one good build-up play that led to Gundogan's shot, but otherwise they just have not looked as sharp as Guardiola would expect of one of his sides. There's a loose long ball from Stones that will be easily won by Wan-Bissaka and collected by Fred. See that table that just below there. Man City at the top with 65 points. Manchester United 11 behind them, and it's just a gap that is so unlikely to be overcome, particularly the way that City are playing. They're likely your champions, Premier League champions elect. Everyone else will just be playing for those top 4 spots. Yeah, stay concerned. Pep, the funniest part about Pep is even when his team is like playing the best game of their lives, he's like still concerned. Just like on the sideline, like, what do I do now? What should I do? Yeah, what sub should I make? Yes, how should I overthink this? I find it very entertaining. He's obviously an excellent manager, but it's funny sometimes. Here's Sterling. Diaz will swing it over to Stones. Oh, and a loose touch from De Bruyne, and Stones apologizing for the poor pass. He sort of bounced it into De Bruyne's feet in once again unconvincing fashion. There is Sir Alex Ferguson back in the stands, and you can see it again. That he's got the piece of paper on the chair behind him. Every time Sir Alex goes to Manchester City Stadium, he requests that they cover the Manchester City logo on the chair that he is sitting in. And he has the piece of paper there once again. So sure, everyone in Manchester United Red will be thrilled to see that. Never change, Fergie. Never change. Here is Gundogan. Oh, man. I mean, Ferguson has the power to do whatever he wants in the Premier League. Ruben Diaz. Stones. I mean, think about it. Are you the like manager / like person working for Manchester City's administration that tells Sir Alex Ferguson no when he asks for that? I think you probably could, honestly. Here's Stones. Would anyone really miss Burnley that much? Really? I don't think so. Stones. Diaz. Chased back by Martial. Look to Ederson. Ederson slides it over to Zinchenko. Manchester United pressing high. They want to create a mistake here. Zinchenko calmly cuts this one back. We'll look towards Rodri. Sterling now. Good pressure here on the sideline from United. Sterling trying to turn away from Wan-Bissaka, but there is McTominay to take it away from him. He'll look infield to Fred. Immediately finds himself dispossessed by a couple of City players. What a battle for possession there. Now Fernandez going to karate kick this one over the top, but it's well read by Stones. He'll pick that one up and look forward to Browna. His pass is read by Fred. Rashford turning, doesn't have a lot of options just yet. Has a go. Easily saved by Ederson. Well, I should say easily. Did end up dropping it inside his own 6-yard box, but in the end, nobody around in red to pounce on that opportunity. And this is just De Bruyne again, looking like he hasn't quite gotten into the match. He tries to make a pretty simple pass towards Rodri. Fred reads it easily, gets it over to Rashford. You can see there's no one in advance of Rashford. He just has nothing to pass to, no options really but to shoot. So he does have a pop at goal. In the end, not convincing enough to really challenge Ederson. Here's Stones. Rodri. Ederson. Stones again. He'll slide this one back to Diaz. Now out to Zinchenko. Back to Zinchenko. We'll see. Van de Beek's story is just such an interesting one. It is very unfortunate that he doesn't get to play. Hold on here as City are attacking. Good hold-up play from Mahrez. Will allow De Bruyne to get onto this one. Stones back over to De Bruyne. Looking in behind, it's well read by Shaw. He'll intercept the pass. Immediately finds himself under pressure. He'll send it back to Henderson, who clears. Nice header by Stones. But it is brought down by United on the second ball. There's Fred. Play is allowed to continue for the foul on Fred. And, yeah, a little bit too long to bring advantage back. Yeah, I think he's a good player. He's a nice guy. He's a good player. You can see the talent there. The question that was always when United signed him, where's he going to play? I think, like, there were reports. Hold on here as Gabriel Jesus brings it down his chest. He's got some space. Good block comes in from Lindelof on the strike from Gabriel Jesus. Now Maguire will hoof this one away. Collected by De Bruyne, back to Stones. Yeah, like when he was signed, the question was, where was he going to play? You had Rashford, you had Greenwood coming off an excellent season, so he's not going to play wide, most likely. You know, I think there were reports that said that Ole thought he was a 10. He's not a 10, I don't think. So it was just such a weird, kind of like Kai Havertz with Chelsea. It was like, where was he going to play in a United team that wants to counterattack and like needs all of the speedier players in their wide positions? That was sort of the question, and yeah, it hasn't really been answered, I think. In the meantime, Gundogan has a shot at the top of the United box. You can see he's fading away from goal, leaning back as he tries to curl this one into the far corner and gets well underneath it, sails high and wide of Henderson's goal. 20 minutes into this match, and United do still look to be the better side at the moment. City have had a couple of moments of good pressure, but certainly have not been as sharp as we have seen them in these last few months. 21 matches unbeaten in all competitions once again, and down 1-0 to that penalty in the second minute of play. They're facing their first defeat in quite some time. Here's Shaw. Lays it back to Maguire. Shaw again. And Fred just going to launch that one straight out of play. So United running out of room on the near touchline a little bit, but nothing too bad as it will just be a throw-in given over to City. This is Henderson's second start as the goalie. Fourth this season after he did get an appearance when De Gea was struggling a bit in the earlier stages of the season. Also picked up a knock that allowed Henderson in against his old side, Sheffield United, where he promptly gave up a howler to them. Fortunately, United did manage to come back and win that game. And yeah, Don, I do agree. I think Shaw has really figured out his sort of role in this United team, playing to his strengths mostly. I still think he could work on his crossing, but I think he has really figured out like a good partnership with Rashford, what space to fill, when to run, when to fill. Like I think he has gotten a lot better. I agree. There's Gundogan trapped in the United half deep down in the corner, trying to win something, and it looks like it will come off McTominay last for a City throw. Looking for options is Zinchenko. He'll get it right back from Gundogan. Nicely done by City to play out of that corner. Now Rodri having a pop. That will be blocked by Lindelof, but it bounces to Sterling. There's the cross from Zinchenko, nodded away partially by McTominay. Rashford heads it the rest of the way. Now Diaz with it. Stones. Cancelo. Haven't quite seen Cancelo get as involved in attacks as he normally does, but maybe we'll see it now as Stones driving forward, gets it out to Cancelo, fakes the initial cross. A little bit of a step over outside of the foot cross. That one knocked away by Maguire, excuse me. Now there's a bit of a chance for Rashford to go on the run. Here he goes, 4 City shirts against Rashford. Tries to get inside to the middle. Good sliding challenge by Stones will dispossess him, and Rashford did about everything he could there to get an advantageous position, but was always going to be a very tall task 1v4. De Bruyne out to the near side for Cancelo. He'll give it to Jesus, who we have not heard, Mahrez. We've not heard a whole lot of Mahrez and Jesus in this game just yet, but now here's a chance for Sterling. De Bruyne has found him. He's one-on-one with Wan-Bissaka. Gets a poke in. He's crowded out. He goes down to the box, but the referee going to wave play on. Now United trying to come the other way. Anthony Martial believes he's been held back, but he will not receive any sympathy from the referee either. Play will continue. It's De Bruyne on the left flank. Looks for a cross. It's blocked by Wan-Bissaka, but the clearance cannot find United's shirt. City still with it, starting to apply some real pressure onto United. Stones. Rodri. Back to Stones. Mahrez. Mahrez going to look in behind. It's a nice run from Cancelo. He'll get his cross away, but it's straight at Maguire, who just heads that one out for a throw-in.
Jesus was just creeping in behind him.
They're mixing the game up really well now, aren't they? Manchester City. Lovely ball out.
Here's that chance for Sterling once again.
He's never really got the ball under control.
Yeah, you can see there's a good poke that initially comes from Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, I don't think that's a penalty.
There's a chance for Zinchenko.
There's a chance. Zinchenko has a pop. It's blocked by Henderson.
Cancelo. Search keeps it in play though.
Top of the box now again. Rodri turning.
Rodri
tries to lob it out towards Sterling. He will find him, but it does force Sterling back a little bit.
Sterling. It goes to Diaz.
Diaz. Sterling looks for a switch of play. Rashford there to take it away.
Sterling, though, intercepted by
United, though, still can't get a control of it. Here's Mahrez, looks to have one, but he gets that all wrong. Gets well underneath it. It sails high into the empty stands behind Henderson's goal.
It's a lovely strike by Zinchenko.
There's that strike from Zinchenko. Nice power on it. I think Henderson finds himself a little bit unsighted as Lindelof goes out to challenge it.
That ball, trying to block it. Decent strike.
In the end, does well enough to punch that one away. Didn't look like he was ever scoring with that strike, Zinchenko, but good of Henderson to punch it away from the danger area. Handled well enough, I would say. Here's United trying to build out from the back.
He's not buying the narrative that we've had a dipping form. He says at the moment City are the only team ahead of us. 3 straight 0-0 draws in all competitions.
That's a loose pass from Fred. Taken right back by City.
Suggest that they're taking the Premier League by storm at the moment. But they Won a penalty here at the Etihad after 35 seconds, dispatched by
Well,
Bruno
I will continue
Fernandes.
to try to do so, Max.
And they lead their neighbours here.
Mahrez. Rodri. Sliding it over to Diaz. Now out to Sterling. City definitely settling into the match at this point. They have firm grasp of possession. A couple of chances just there in the last minute or so. Cancelo trying to dance away from Fred.
Now here's Mahrez. And
Mahrez just gets right inside of Shaw. Looks for a ball into the channel for Gabriel Jesus, who gets there first. Turning.
Still.
Top of the box. De Bruyne.
Cancelo. Still coming off the back post. And he tried to just
finally that attack
Mahrez.
dissipates as Mahrez is shielded away by Lindelof.
De Bruyne there. They're talking about it now, I think.
Yeah, it will be a goal kick, but
opportunity, there was
Shaw
a square
struggling. He's down on
De
the
Bruyne
pitch.
for a first-time shot. Ball wasn't good enough.
He'll rise slowly to his feet. Looks like he'll be okay.
He'll be a busy man today. Already has been, Luke Shaw.
It's been a worrying sign that he stayed down a little bit longer after the play was over.
Struggling with something.
Discussion between Ole and his assistant. Have to hope that Shaw not too bothered by whatever that was. Forward pass towards Fernandes. Taken away by De Bruyne.
De Bruyne.
Dribbles past one challenge. Now he's stood up by McTominay. He'll have to look back to Rodri. Stones. Cancelo. Mahrez. Cancelo again. Diaz. So they have certainly grown into this one. 27 minutes in, and can feel the pressure mounting. It's a lovely split pass from Zinchenko. There's Rodri.
We think.
The way out to Mahrez. 1v1 with Shaw.
By Manchester City. Shaw has a handful here. Mahrez.
Oh, Mahrez does Shaw. Right-footed strike is blocked by Maguire.
Shaw down to his knees.
Now, for the first time in a couple of minutes, United finally get their foot on the ball, only to see Zinchenko slide in beautifully to take it away. Here's De Bruyne. Looks for the cross. Finds his way to Zinchenko. Back to De Bruyne. Has a strike. It's blocked.
Defending once more by
once again, City win it back. Cancelo has a strike. That one's dragged, but it does take a deflection for a City corner.
Anthony Taylor says corner kick to Manchester City.
Yeah, wave after wave at the moment, isn't it? Mahrez, tremendous bit of skill, as I said to you before that. Once he gets turned and running at you, I think I fell for the second dummy.
What are you doing on the floor?
Yeah, I'm 100 metres away.
Will be City's first corner of the match from this far side.
A team playing like this is the wear it takes out on the opposition. Which wears the opposition down. You know, the legs get heavy.
Take this one short. De Bruyne swinging it in. Back post. Shaw goes up alongside Stones. Is still bouncing around. Finally, Bruno Fernandes gets his foot on the ball. And now Fred will look towards James. But once again, United cannot hold on to it. But fortunately for them, it is because Fred was fouled by Kevin De Bruyne. So finally, a breath of fresh air and a chance for United to rest those weary legs and brains after they have had to deal with City in possession for the last 4 minutes or so. They will finally restart play. Maguire gets a little shove from Jesus. Comes into Maguire. He will lose it straight back to City. Don't think the rest of his teammates will be too thrilled with that. Once again, even if you're defending the possession well, it can just wear on you. You have to continually shift. You have to stay focused the entire time. You have to sprint back multiple times. Not having the ball at your feet is a mental challenge for any team. And that's why keeping possession at times is so very important to get your legs and your mind back into the match. And here is a chance for United to do that as Rashford holds up play well. Shaw. Rashford will send this one back to Lindelof. Now Maguire. They're being chased all the way back to Henderson. McTominay. Oh, it's a loose pass from McTominay. Mahrez slides in, takes it away. Here's some room for De Bruyne. That is the second very short or under hit pass that De Bruyne has hit today. United take it back. You can see Bruno just wants to slow things down a little bit. Just take the tempo out of the match. Take some of the wind out of City's sails. Settle in. Catch your breath. And that is what United are doing now. Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof again into Wan-Bissaka. And there's a loose pass from McTominay. Will go straight out for a throw. "30 minutes gone in the match. Despite the fact that City have gotten their legs back underneath them, they still do trail Manchester United 1-0. That one courtesy of Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot after Anthony Martial was upended by Gabriel Jesus in the opening minute of the match. I believe it was about 52 seconds in. City found themselves with that penalty against them. It was converted by Fernandes. And now a turnover by Mahrez. He's giving it away deep within his own half for United throw.
He's got Sterling to deal with.
Yeah, both inverted wingers, aren't they, as well? Sterling coming in off that left-hand side with his right foot.
I think they're fine.
Mahrez the opposite on the other side.
I mean, do you just dislike the sponsor? I think the design is...
plays out for those England
okay, I mean, that's kind of out of your control, right? That's just your sponsor.
Wan-Bissaka. He's come along at right back at the worst time, arguably in the last 30 years or so.
I mean, we all miss Aon.
Right back talent. Anthony Taylor.
We all miss Aon. We all miss AIG, but we don't miss AIG defrauding people. That's for sure.
And that's all at the moment for Harry Maguire. Heavy challenge in the midfield.
And then just going under in 2008.
Jesus wins the ball from Fred. Flying through there, doesn't he? Out of control, Maguire. Looks like he wants just to clear the ball initially, but...
Were you one of those people defrauded, Nolan, in 2008 when AIG was one of the companies to bite the dust?
Contest heating up
as the American government decided who lived and who died. In terms of corporations,
every minute,
of course.
All 65 Premier League games, Harry Maguire for Manchester United since signing from Leicester. Turned 28 on Friday.
Yeah, you were a pre-planner, man. Already had that life insurance policy, right? Here is Diaz sliding this one up the line for Zinchenko.
Oh, minimum. I'm worth about, well, I'm not worth anything these days.
If you were your pomp.
It was the British record for a defender.
You were, weren't you?
5.5 million.
Yeah.
Add inflation.
I think they have some idea. They went through the Greek financial crisis. If they were part of the EU, which I believe both of them are. We have Norway and
we've decimalised our currency since then as well.
The Netherlands. Snorlax onesie on off, but Mahrez. I can't even show off my United jersey.
Well, Cancelo.
Damn, I really need to make them more expensive.
Lovely ball to the chest of De Bruyne. Didn't quite set up for him to find Jesus.
All right.
So he goes out.
I'll do it at the next break.
To Sterling.
Sterling overhits his pass. No. I need to make that more expensive, but I'm doing it. It's a channel reward.
Receiving the ball, good awareness with the pass to him there.
No, I just won't button it up.
Just the way he is balanced. Gets him out of situations there. The ball was awkward to him. Nice run by Gundogan. You can see Sterling frustrated with himself. It was a great opportunity to get him behind United's defence.
He's got 9 Premier League goals, Raheem Sterling, this season. That's second for City behind Gundogan in a season they haven't had strikers for the entire time available. Sergio Aguero once again on the bench, having come back from injury. Jesus has recovered from injury. He's also got 5 assists, Raheem Sterling. That's second for City behind De Bruyne. So he might not be as prolific as last season, or the last couple of seasons so far, but he's still contributing.
I counted 15 different goal scorers for City in the Premier League.
All right, Snorlax one's on.
Sharing them around, and I think tactically,
so throw in for United on the near side.
Now, where you're not relying on one striker, you're relying on midfielders, wide men cutting in if they're playing in a 3 to score, a goal, share the goals between them.
So,
handball against Martial.
Martial going to be called for a foul as he tried to kind of Let's be honest. He tried to punch that one away from Cancelo so he could run onto it, not get away with it.
It's just whether or not City suss it out and find a way of closing down the options, winning the ball back high up the pitch.
Mahrez looks in field towards Jesus.
Lindelof for company. Here's De Bruyne. Nicely done by Rodri. De Bruyne
it's one of my like channel point things, Max. So you can like, you know, do the whole like make me drink water or hydrate or this and that, and like put a hat on or something like that. So I do need to make that. Oh, it's a lovely ball from Gundogan, but it's just over hit for Raheem Sterling.
Lovely.
But yeah, I think 2,500 points
is in that move. The one that was nearly successful was that dropping
maybe
into that hole, getting a great first touch and turning head up, spotting the run of Sterling.
How long did it take you to get that, Nolan? 2,500
to him. So does Gundogan. Just overhit that one slightly.
Probably
Sterling.
not very long. Fred is upended in midfield here, but not going to get a free kick called against City.
Saka figure on that right-hand side for United.
In field.
Has it back.
Gundogan
once again for City. Here's Rodri.
Battle for possession is eventually won by City. Rodri goes to ground, but play allowed to continue.
There was a foul by Fred on Rodri in the centre circle.
Jesus. Gundogan.
De
Bruyne.
Zinchenko
looking across this one, deflects off the top of Wan-Bissaka's head. Fred is tripped inside the box. Play allowed to continue. Jesus is slow to get to his feet.
To ground in the penalty area.
De Bruyne. Stones.
Beautifully done.
Mahrez
is the architect. He steps by McTominay. Here's Gundogan.
The chance for Gundogan has a strike, but he doesn't get any power behind it, and it's easy for Dean Henderson in the end. It's a lovely build-up from City. Multiple one-touch passes from the near flank. They get it into Mahrez, who dribbles around one United player, lays it off to Gundogan, who has a little bit of room to take the strike, but you can see it's sort of stuck underneath him. Doesn't get anything on it, and it's just too easy for Henderson to save. City again, though. Gundogan inside the box, back to Jesus. De Bruyne. Hydrating. Was all my water left. I'll go refill that at halftime. United looking to counterattack here, but it's broken up by Ruben Diaz. Now it's Jesus. Lays it to Zinchenko. Jesus again. Gundogan. De Bruyne. Stones. Pressure still mounting from City. Good turn by Gundogan. Fakes out Fred. Looks over to the left-hand side, but Wan-Bissaka reads the pass. He'll deflect that away. Bruyne again. Sterling. Rodri. Lays it in behind. Here's De Bruyne coming forward, trying to take on Wan-Bissaka. Gets the cross away. Maguire flicks it out of the danger zone, and Rashford is there. Does well to juggle it around Mahrez, who's pressuring. Another double hydrate. Oh, where's my water jug? United looking to counter here, but they have been slowed down. United now is in possession. The first time in a while. Martial allowed to turn. He'll look to switch play. It's a nice ball into the path of Rashford. Here comes Luke Shaw in support. Rashford inside. Looks for a little pass into the path of Fred, but it's well read by John Stones. He'll intercept that one and look to clear. Jesus is upended by Maguire in a bit of a battle, and no foul going to be called by the referee. Jesus looks incensed, and he leaves a very cynical challenge into Bruno Fernandes. Might get a booking for this. I'd be a little surprised if he didn't, honestly. Because that was clearly sort of a vengeance challenge after not getting a foul called on him against Maguire. But it looks like he will just escape. All right, double hydrate. There you go, double hydrate. I'll get some more water in the Brita filter at halftime. We don't do no bottled here. Maguire looks in field for McTominay. Wan-Bissaka. Loose pass there. Miscommunication between McTominay and Dan James. Here comes City the other way. Rodri still driving forward. Gets dragged back by Fernandes. Should be a free kick, and it is. We'll see if Fernandes is going to get a little bit extra. Referee's walking over here, but it doesn't look like he's reaching for his pocket. Yeah, you can clearly see there. Fernandes drags him back as he comes across him. Yep, arm across, a little bit of drag. It's all it takes. Nothing for Fernandes to complain about. I am a little surprised he's escaped the book. I think getting his final warning here. Is it boring? I don't know. We haven't had goals, but City have been pressuring a lot. It's kind of how a lot of City games are. Because they just dominate possession so much. It just becomes an exercise in trying to stave them off. Here is Kevin De Bruyne from the spot of the foul, about 26 yards away from goal. Henderson setting his wall. Zinchenko sort of standing next to him, but we know this will be De Bruyne. That's a little bit further than I thought, about 30 yards actually. Here is De Bruyne striking it. It's just over the top of the bar. In the end, think Dean Henderson had that one read and covered all the way. It was a fairly central strike from De Bruyne. You can see he gets the dip on it, but not really the direction. It's always easily read by Henderson. Does get a tip on that one though, and it will be a corner kick for City. Here it comes, swung into the backside. It's Maguire there to take it away from Stones. Nice defending from the England international on his teammate. Now Wan-Bissaka will get a half clearance towards Rashford. He connects with his striker, but Shaw's pass is blocked and taken away by Gundogan. Gundogan now looking to cross, but Shaw gets back well and defends the situation brilliantly. United have won a throw-in for themselves in their own end as we get towards the halftime whistle. Just a minute away now from that halftime whistle. I imagine we won't have too much stoppage, probably 2 minutes maximum, as we really have not had anything to interrupt this game, and City have had large swaths of continued possession. Mahrez, Gundogan, Rodri looks to switch the play, headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes' first touch is a little bit short, forced him to check back, but now Dan James bursting into space, trying to take on Zinchenko, looking for options. He'll lay it out to Rashford. Multiple City shirts already back. Top of the box is Fernandes. Dances around one, shifts it out to the right-hand side, but it's overhit, and McTominay cannot arrive before it goes out of play for a City goal kick. And Fernandes frustrated with himself. These chances are few and far between for United, and as they are for most counter-attacking sides. You can see he does well to evade the initial challenge, but sort of gets himself a little off balance as he tries to pass it back to Dan James. From the free kick, City have won themselves a throw-in. It's Cancelo. Looks in field to Gundogan. Nice pass into the feet of Sterling. The Help on pass initially deflected, but it comes to De Bruyne. De Bruyne over to Mahrez, has a lot of space, right-footed strike, and back post, and inches away is Raheem Sterling, it's Gabriel Jesus from tapping that one in at the back post, but he just cannot get to that ball, and United survive their biggest scare of the game. You look at it here, Mahrez has so much space and time. I think Gabriel Jesus would have been offsides if he did tap this one in, but what a chance for Manchester City. Mahrez just had so much time to try to shoot this one towards the back post. Yeah, inches away is Gabriel Jesus. Gets a little bit of a shot to the groin from the post as well, as he does slide in for that one. But again, he certainly would have been offside. And with the goal kick, no, not quite yet. Just around the minute of stoppage time that has been allotted. Maybe time for one more attack for either City or United. Bruno laying it into the channel. There will be time for this attack. Martial cutting it back on his right. He has the strike. It's blocked as he's crowded out. Dan James goes down to the top of the box. No foul will be called, and that will be the signal for halftime between these two sides in the Etihad Stadium. But in the Manchester Derby, we go in at halftime with City, despite their 21 game unbeaten run, trailing Manchester United 1-0, courtesy of that man Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot. Alrighty, guys, that'll do it for first half coverage. Hope you have enjoyed it so far. I'll kind of summarize what happened, but then I'm going to go make some coffee so we can come back strong and energized for the second half. Strong scotch now. There we go. Get that whiskey going. Get the scotch, the whiskey, whatever it takes. But yeah, I mean, this is sort of a typical City performance. It's, you know, they were really slow to start. I will say that. City did not start well. United were much better than them in the first 10 minutes. They were dangerous. They were, turning them over in their own end. They were pressing well. And City looked a little flustered after giving up that goal so early on in the match. But with time, City grew into the match, got their feet underneath them, got their confidence back. And once that happened, it was just waves of pressure onto United, who are defending it fairly well. I think they've positioned well. They mostly have not been beaten on the dribble. The chances that they have given up have been pretty easy for Henderson to deal with. One strike outside the box from Zinchenko, two from the top of the box from Gundogan. Nothing that really made you glaringly scared of them scoring up until that last chance for Mahrez, I would say, where he was pretty open inside the box. But it's just going to be a matter of whether United can weather the storm and whether they can find an efficient counterattack on one of these opportunities, because it looks for all the world that City have just settled into the game and that they will continue to just kind of bang on the front door until they can get that first goal. But we'll have to see if they can. I do think United have limited them about as well as they could have in that first half. And they'll have to do more of that if they want to survive and even increase their lead in the second. So I'm going to take a short couple of minute break, guys. I'm going to go make myself some coffee. We will be right back with more Premier League action. If you want to tune away to something else while we are waiting, should be about, 8 to 10 minutes until halftime is over. So if you want to go watch something else, go make some food, get some scotch. Now is your chance to do so. Or you guys can keep hanging out and chat, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, guys, we are back. The coffee is made. Halftime is not over yet. I see that we are not going anywhere because the scotch is poured and we are locked in for another 55 minutes on the Max's Ed. So love to see it. It's a good start. I mean, we've got the lead at halftime, and that, I gotta say, that's not something I expected. So let's go. We're holding it off well. We'll see if we can continue to do so. But the good thing about United in a lead is a lot like Jose Mourinho's side on the lead. We can always counterattack. That's always something we want to do. We're pretty good at it. So if we do find the right opportunity and make it 2-0, I could see this happening. I could definitely see this happening. But I do think the longer we go just trying to hold City off, it's going to get harder and harder. They're just so good at breaking that sort of stuff down. Although I do think sometimes I notice, and I think it's funny because I think this is something that Pep really wants to do. Pep doesn't really like to play with traditional strikers. He never really has. He likes to play with someone who will drop into midfield and connect play and then run forward. And sometimes when they're playing with Jesus, it just feels like they can't quite put it together. You know what I mean? Like, I think Gabriel Jesus is a really good player. Like, I think if he went to, let's think of some sides that like need striker help. Hell, United. I think he'd be good on United, right? Like, it's sort of what Cavani has offered to them in a sense. I think if he went to someone like, who's a team that could really, right now, Wolves. I mean, at Wolves, I think he would be really, exactly. I think, Arsenal. If you think he's better than Lacazette, I do think he's a little bit better than Lacazette, but it's the sort of thing where sometimes it just looks like it doesn't quite fit together. Sometimes he looks really effective when he gets on the end of City's moves, and sometimes he just doesn't. Like, how many times has Jesus touched the ball today? 5? 6? Maybe? Right? And like a false 9 that Pep would field, think Sterling if he played him up top. Think Ferran Torres if he was playing up top. Those guys will just drop in and they'll have 30 touches at this point in the game, right? And that's, strikers don't play with as many touches as midfielders. That's just the game. Precisely. So we'll see. I think he might honestly change that around 60 minutes if they haven't scored yet or haven't been improving, because particularly today, Jesus and Mahrez have been quite invisible. Mahrez got himself a little more involved at the very end of the half when he had that chance, and I do think he made the right decision shooting that to the back post, because, at worst, you miss and someone can arrive there. At best, you shoot it into the corner and it's a goal. He had a couple good dribbles as well, but, for the first 30 minutes of that half, how many times did we call Mahrez's name? Twice? 3 times? And he wasn't doing much. Really, all he did, he torched Shaw once on the dribble and had that chance pretty much. So they can often get a little isolated as the sort of rest of City's engine room operates. Partially their own fault, partially not, because again, Mahrez is asked to give the team width. Like, you remember, if you've never heard the old stories of back when Thierry Henry was on Barcelona when he moved from Arsenal, there's a famous story where Henry was like telling the story about how he started on the left and he just wasn't involved. And Pep's instructions to him were clear, like, stay on the line, like, create space, like, do not, like, keep your boots on the touchline. And Henry, like, drifted over to the right side at one point to try to get, possession, try to get himself in the game because he didn't feel like he was involved. And he ended up drifting to the right. He scored a goal, and he tells a famous story about how he, and I don't know how much of this is true or not, but I believe Henry, he was subbed out in the 55th, 60th minute, and Pep yelled at him because he didn't stay on his side and didn't create width and didn't play to the system. And it didn't matter who you were. You needed to play out there. That was, exactly. So sometimes that is just the fate of Mahrez because he has to stay that wide. However, on the flip side, you could make that same argument for Sterling. And it seems like Sterling always finds a way to get himself involved. That's sort of the difference when I look at those two players. We've called Sterling's name 4, 5, 6 times inside the box, making runs. it seemed to me sometimes it seems like Mahrez is not necessarily set up to be involved, but doesn't find ways to make himself involved within those parameters. All right, second half just about to get started here. Teams are out. Gabriel Jesus is standing over it, and he will get the second half underway. 45 more minutes for Max to have his bet come true. Here's Zinchenko. Into Rodri. He'll lob it all the way back to Ederson. And we've got a hydrate. There we go. Start the half off hydrated. That's what I like. Thank you, Max. Of course you would, Nolan. When I am literally about to explode in like the 80th minute as we're counting down. Here's Stones. Nice. Ball's up the line here, but well defended by Shaw. Maguire picks it up. Now he's completely held back by, I believe that's Cancelo. Will be an easy foul call. I think Cancelo maybe just wants to get back to his spot, so he just decides to wrap up Maguire, allow himself to jog back. Wan-Bissaka pressured early, forced into a clearance. City take it back. Rodri. Hey man, I'm a small streamer. You gotta that's the most interesting thing about the channel points. Is it do I have a shot of vodka as an option? Do I have an alcohol drink? Good defending by McTominay at the top of the box. Yeah, I don't know, man. The channel points are really fun. I like them a lot. The problem is oh boy, chance for City. Oh, it's off the top of the bar. Rodri so very close to leveling the match. You can see the look on his and Guardiola's face as what a move from City. Mahrez plays this into Jesus. It's a one-time layoff. The bounce sets it up perfectly for Rodri, and it just comes off of the corner of the post and crossbar. So incredibly close from the Spanish midfielder. And City off to a very nice start to this second half. Yeah, as I was saying, it's calibrating how many points it should be is really hard, because you have to consider the worst case scenario where you could be doing this all the time. And then you have to consider what is worth that amount, right? Because the other issue is, right, you're subscribed, Nolan. You double your points by watching and chatting. So you get points, you get channel points by typing messages in chat and then passively watching. But those are doubled when you're a sub. And so if there's a lot of subs, then you got to calibrate for that. And then you got, right now I can have a lot of cheap stuff, but later on I'm going to have to increase the price, because if I have a lot more viewers, I have to consider the fact that I could be just dying when I do these things. His free kick from City. It's Zinchenko going to be swinging it in. Henderson, excellent handling on this one. Easy catch for the United goalkeeper, and he will dispel the danger. Sorry, young Bullis. But yeah, so you do have to recalibrate your channel points a lot. This is an honest question that I need some help with, Nolan. For reference, how many channel points do you have right now? Let's hold on here. Luke Shaw playing it into Rashford. Back to Shaw. Shaw wants to shoot. He does it. It's in! Luke Shaw has given United a 2-goal lead! What a counterattack from Manchester United, and it's Luke Shaw, of all people, that will give them the 2-goal cushion in the 50th minute. What a strike buried into the bottom right corner from Shaw as we look back at this one. Brilliant work from Shaw. He takes it down on the chest, goes right past Joao Cancelo, continues the run, lays it off for Rashford, who, oh boy, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close if Rashford is onside or not. Rashford lays it back to him, and through traffic, Luke Shaw has a strike that gets buried into the bottom right corner of the net. It leaves Ederson with no chance. Just very precise aim from Shaw. Rolls there into the bottom right corner. You can see the elation on Solskjaer's face. And no, there will be no check. The goal stands, so Rashford was onside in the build-up. And it is Luke Shaw in the 50th minute of play that gives United a 2-goal lead against indomitable 21 games in a row Manchester City. Now find themselves with a long way to go. And once again, it's another United counterattack. They are so good at this style of play. They find the break. It's a great individual effort from Luke Shaw. He dribbles by Cancelo. He picks out Rashford. He gets it back. He picks his spot for the strike and buries it so brilliantly. And again, City started the half incredibly well. They had been growing into the match, but United are so lethal when they have space, when they have time to make decisions, and they execute on it once again here today at the Etihad. 40 minutes remaining now for City to try to keep this run alive and to try to ruin Max's day. Here's Sterling turning away from Wan-Bissaka. Sterling entering the United box. He's going to have a strike, but he doesn't quite direct it enough towards that right-hand side, and Henderson is able to make a fairly simple catch, not even forced into a diving save. Oh, come on. I need to know this for reference, dude. Otherwise, I'm going to... death awaits me. Good sliding challenge by Wan-Bissaka. We'll knock this out for a City throw. Sorry, I can ask Connor how many he has. A good ball out to the right-hand side for Cancelo. Zinchenko. Sterling. Gundogan. Good ball in behind for Gundogan from Sterling. Gets the cross away, but it's blocked by Dan James. Oh, God. Well, this will be an adventure then. Let's go. Let's go. Let's literally go. You know I can change this right now. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We'll deal with it. We'll change it after the stream. Oh, boy. Good ball from Rashford in behind. The weight just isn't enough. John Stones able to intercept this one. He'll now move it over to Cancelo. That's Bruno Fernandes already putting some pressure on. City now with that 2-goal lead to overturn will have to pick up the tempo a little bit. They do still have a lot of time, 53 minutes on the clock at the moment. And this is a team that can score in droves, confidently moving it forward. It's De Bruyne. Lays it into the path of Jesus. A little bit of room for Jesus. Good defending by Maguire. Mahrez. They're looking for space to shoot. De Bruyne gets the cross away, but look at McTominay reading the danger. Nips in ahead of Gabriel Jesus. Wins possession back for United. But Anthony Martial has lost out in the challenge with Diaz. And now this one's been nicked away by Fernandes. Rashford going up against Stones. He'll get to the ball first. He's going to take it past... Sorry, this is Diaz. But look at the hustle from Zinchenko to get back. Good pass from Rashford. Will pick up Fernandes. They just don't have a lot of support at the moment. They will be forced to slow it down. City have retreated back into their defensive shape. And finally, they will win possession back as Rashford's pass is a little bit loose. This one comes back off the hand of Fred, and it's going to be a free kick to City. Ball over the top, intended for Jesus, but Maguire handling that one just fine. I realized I did not drop my scoreboard back down. I apologize for that. And my game is buffering, so we're just refreshing. We don't deal with buffers here, boys, but we do deal with ads, apparently. Thanks, NBC. Thanks so much. If I turn back and it's 2-1 or 3-0, no way. No way. I'm going to turn back and it's 3-0. Okay, no. Stop it, NBC. You're killing me with these ads. Nobody cares about Mercedes. Okay, I missed a replay. I'm going to guess he got slid in and took a bad shot. Oh my God, this buffer. Look at this. It's not even moving. NBC, stop it. Please, you're killing me. Holy crap, it really is struggling. Okay, it's initializing again. There we go. Whew. Nice. Okay, hey, that's well played there, Nolan. That's a well-timed joke. I like that one. Using the ad against me. It's kind of a shame that I know that line, but it shows that the marketing's working. Well, I guess it's working and sticking in my head, but technically it's not working if I'm not buying a Mercedes, is it? So I guess it's not working. Good. That's an interesting question. There's a question for you guys. As a City build up in the attack here, it gets slung out to Mahrez. He's 1v2, slides it back in towards Cancelo. It's forced to turn back. Now Sterling. Okay, so Young Bolas, so Max, anyone in here, is an advertisement successful if it makes you think about the product, but you don't buy the product? And we'll assume that this is like not a car, because obviously like a car is like sort of a big one-time investment. No, they're just meant to get you to think about it. Okay, so you're on the camp that here's Shaw laying it out to Fernandez. He's going to clip one into the box. That's initially headed away by Stones. He has an opportunity for Martial and doesn't get enough power on the header to beat Ederson. It was always a bit of a tricky chance as that one was looping up in the air as it deflected off of Diaz's head, but a chance nonetheless for the Frenchman. Oh, that's definitely a foul against Luke Shaw. That's a yellow card for United's goal scorer of their second, as he just gives a complete body check to Riyad Mahrez as he pushes this ball by him. That was pretty funny. There is that chance for Martial. You can see it's just hard for him to generate any power on this to get it by Ederson because of the flight path of the ball just looping up. It's slowly coming down. He has to really whip back and snap the neck to generate any power. Just cannot do so. Play has resumed after a little bit of a body bump between Luke Shaw and Riyad Mahrez. Here's John Stones making another swashbuckling run, but this time he's robbed of possession by Fred. Now Martial just gets completely upended, but no foul is called. Martial has really not gotten any sympathy from the referee here today. Now here's Sterling trying to dash towards the baseline. His cross is deflected by Wan-Bissaka, who has done very well in that matchup all afternoon, keeping Sterling in check as much as possible. It will be a corner kick to City. This their third of the match. Comes the ball, top of the box. Here's Mahrez arriving, but can't get the strike right, and it goes, well, it goes somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where that ball ended up with how hard and wide it was struck. A tricky one, of course. It's a long ball to the back of the box. He's trying to volley that one. It's a very difficult technique. It takes a lot to get that one correct, but still is funny how far that strike was missed. Looking back at this Luke Shaw goal, you can see just very composed. He takes the first touch. He certainly picks this out. He can see Ederson shifting, and it's just well tucked into the corner. It's a really ruthless finish, clinical from Shaw. And, you know, you heard it earlier in the chat from Don Solberg that he has improved this season, and that might be one of those things. Just very confident in that strike, never looked like he was panicked, picked out his spot very well. Very nicely done for someone who does not score a lot of goals. And of course, this is not expected to necessarily. Wan-Bissaka with a little bit of a slip, but does maintain possession. I'm worried every time Maguire gets a yellow card. Yeah. I'm more worried when Lindelof gets it. I'm kind of worried when either of them get a yellow. They're like, oh, okay, hold on here. Turnover from Ilkay Gundogan. It's a 4-on-4 for United with Dan James trailing. Here's Rashford. Tries to beat Cancelo, but gets stuck by the right back for City. Now Cancelo going to move it the other direction. Out to Jesus. Cancelo. Mahrez. Zinchenko. Got the cat emote out. You a cat person or a dog person, Max? Also, yeah, I get worried whenever Lindelof and Maguire have a yellow card because they are kind of like, I think Maguire's a good defender. I have a lot of questions about Lindelof. I think he's not quite good enough, let's just say. But both of them are prone to like sort of having like goofy moments where they're either like unbalanced or they do something stupid. So I kind of agree with you that them being on a yellow card is quite nerve-wracking. Like, I think that the difference can be like most seen with like Wan-Bissaka. Like if Wan-Bissaka gets a yellow card, I'm not really worried about him. Like, I am pretty convinced that Wan-Bissaka knows how to control his tackling and his body, and like the only way he gets sent off is like a very unfortunate thing happening. But yeah, I'm definitely worried when Maguire and Lindelof get yellows. United have won a throw for themselves deep into Manchester City territory. Luke Shaw is jogging up the pitch. It was crazy. Total destruction. Here's Martial. Nice back heel to pick out Fernandes. A lot of blue shirts in the way. That is a loose ball from Shaw. And this might be trouble for United. Here comes De Bruyne. Has Gabriel Jesus to his right. Has now picked out Jesus. Inside the box. It's a tough angle for Jesus. And such good defending from Luke Shaw at the end of the play. Slides to block the cross. It actually stays in play. Doesn't even go out for a corner kick. And now United can come away now. That was a repeat. I said now twice. Now United can come away with the ball. Here's Fred under pressure from Mahrez. Henderson shifting it over to his left foot. Will pick out Maguire. Nice stuff from United. Composed build up here as they try to escape City's press. McTominay. Rashford driving forward. Lays it to Martial. Martial dances around Cancelo's challenge. Finds Rashford. His 1-2 is blocked. Top of the box is Rashford. He wants to strike it. Decides against it. And City eventually crowd him out. Send it back to Ederson. He's going to lob this one out to the right-hand side. Here's Cancelo. Nice ball from Cancelo to pick out Mahrez. Here comes Manchester City. Zinchenko in support on the left. He will be picked out by Gundogan. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Top of the box. Trying to get it onto his left. Back onto the right. Over to Jesus. Cross is hit a little bit too hard for Raheem Sterling. It will go out of play for a goal kick, and the chance is gone. You can see what he's trying to do here. It's a nice build-up from City once again. Patient play by Mahrez. He finds Jesus, who sees Sterling on the back shoulder of Maguire. He wants to sort of swing it across the 6-yard box, allow Sterling to just run onto it, but oh no, I have spilled some coffee on my onesie. What a disaster. Well, it actually absorbed it pretty well. I'm impressed. Oh. United now coming away with it from the goal kick. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Max. Apomsky, like later in my life, if I don't have kids or after I have kids or whatever the situation is, I do want like a big, nice husky. Either a Pomsky or a husky, but I just want a big, furry dog that when I come home, he's just sitting on the couch and I'm like, yeah, we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out and watch some TV, some soccer, some League of Legends. It's going to be a good time. Me and my Doge. My roommate has an Australian Shepherd right now, and I do have to admit, it's I've never had a pet before, and it's not 100% my responsibility. It's mostly his, of course, but I do help out, and it does live with us, so, you know. But it's been fun. It has been fun. I don't think I am ready to be a full owner of a dog, though, particularly considering my stated career goals are to be a broadcaster or commentator of sports. Like, I either need to be on camera here for like 2 hours at a time or like somewhere else for like 2 or 3 hours at a time. It's just not really conducive to having a dog, I think. Or a pet in general. Here's McTominay. Slide this out to Wan-Bissaka into the feet of James, who tries to roll it around Zinchenko. He will draw a foul as Zinchenko kind of does a similar body block to the one that Luke Shaw did to Mahrez earlier. The first change has been made for City. Kyle Walker came on for Joao Cancelo, and there is Phil Foden preparing to come on. Aguero is still injured. Yeah, he has been available for selection, but I don't think he's like 100% yet. I think he's come on in a couple of matches. I think he might have started like an FA Cup match or something. But yeah, I don't think he's quite like 100%, back to 100%. Oh, and United, big chance inside the box. Rashford could not pick out Martial. Dan James now picking up the second ball, trying to take on Sterling, forced to cut it back. McTominay. Fred. Lovely turn from Fernandes. He wants to have a pop, but again, the space is closed down. Slides it to Rashford. Has Shaw in support. Top of the box to Fred. McTominay. McTominay driving forward, gets tripped. Here's a chance for Martial. It's saved by Ederson. I'm not sure what the stoppage is. Is this a throw-in? A free kick? You see here, McTominay sort of gets tripped over. The play stops as it bounces off of him, or the play continues, but City sort of fall asleep. They think the play is done. Martial gets a one-on-one with Ederson, and yeah, it's just not a very convincing strike from Anthony Martial. He shoots it down to the right-hand side. Ederson is alert to it. I think he sees where Martial wants to go. And that certainly could have been the sealing goal for Manchester United if it had gone in. It does result in a corner kick. Luke Shaw will take it from the near side. Here it comes. Swung towards the back post, but easy catch for Ederson. Now he can try to start City's counter. And it looks to be a good counter. It's currently a 4v3. 2 United jerseys trying to get back, and they will do so. And it's Marcus Rashford making a 50-yard sprint to break up that opportunity for City. brilliant stuff from United's main man. Now City once again coming forward. It's lovely interplay between Zinchenko and De Bruyne. Here's the cross. It's blocked behind by Lindelof. Another corner over to Manchester City. Look at Rashford. He's down on the turf. Clearly struggling. Not sure if he's just tired or feeling something. Again, we just talked about him making that 40, 50-yard sprint to break up City's counterattack. Might just have a slight problem. The training staff is out to take a look at him. And as a United fan, I will keep my fingers crossed that this is not bad, because Bruno Fernandes or Marcus Rashford ever got hurt, we would be... Yeah, you can see him on the far side of your screen here. Look at this run all the way back to chase down Mahrez. Brilliant stuff from Rashford. And there is the substitution. I think we did expect Phil Foden going to come on for Gabriel Jesus. That is City's second change, and yeah, you can see Rashford hobbling a bit as he comes off the pitch. He's likely to be substituted, I would imagine. We are in the 70th minute. Just 19 remaining for United. They'll likely want someone who can really give the full 100%. You can see Mason Greenwood being prepared, and he's likely to come on for Marcus Rashford. And all we can do here in the United camp is keep our fingers crossed that he's not hurt for too long, because can't really score goals without Fernandes or Rashford. Here is the corner kick routine from City, but Dean Henderson quick to snuff out the danger. Leaps highest and collects that one without any problems. This is true. Donny van de Beek could defend as well. It is a wide position, though. See Rashford boot off as well. It's his left foot, whatever the issue is. And still not able to make the substitution yet, are United. So they are playing with 10 men at the moment. They tried to knock it out of play so that they could make the sub, but City just threw it in and have restarted. Diaz. Oh God, Nolan. Young Bolus. And now United will get the chance to sub as City make a mistake, play it out for a goal kick. That will allow the substitution to come through. Don't know what's happening between Solskjaer and Guardiola here. Probably having a discussion about Rashford, taking a knock and then coming off, and then City not allowing the substitution to happen. Dude, Guardiola's stress level is like 10,000 all the time. That is not a low-key man. Now here's Fred. Nice ball out to Dan James, who's now taking up space on the left. Mason Greenwood has come back over to the right. Dan James gets a bit of a fortunate bounce, continues his run. He's challenged by Walker, forcing him to slow down, but he will pick out Fernandes, whose pass is deflected. Zinchenko will calmly head this one back into the path of Ederson, who's able to catch. Now City can try to come forward again. 16 and a half minutes remaining for them to try to get on the board. They have a 2-goal deficit to overturn. Phil Foden, Kyle Walker, the men introduced to try to help alleviate that deficit. Here's Zinchenko. Foden. Nice ball into Rodri. Wants it back. Gets it back. Foden driving forward, clipping one out to Mahrez. Mahrez now gets the overlap from De Bruyne. Great ball into Foden. He turns, he strikes, it's just wide. Huge chance for Manchester City to get their first goal on the board. I'm not sure if it took a deflection, but we'll see on the replay. Lovely stuff from City in the build-up. It comes into Foden. He does well to pick out Mahrez. Clever little overlap to De Bruyne. Brilliant ball into Foden. And no, there's no deflection, you have to say. Foden just fluffs his lines here as he turns to strike this one. Slices it terribly. Doesn't get his connection on the ball. And it does go wide for a goal kick. What a chance for Phil Foden immediately after his introduction to make the difference. A rare occasion in which he did not get the technique right. McTominay now. He'll just clip this one off of Gundogan. Another United throw. Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. That one going to come back off of De Bruyne. It will be another United throw in exactly the same position. Fernandes battling with a couple City players. Wan-Bissaka slice it forward. Lovely stuff from Fernandes. Hauls it over to Luke Shaw. Good switch of play. Shaw with a ton of space to come forward. He continues to drive. He's inside of Mahrez. Bit of a loose touch though. Will allow Stones to make the challenge. Still with United. As the second ball came to Dan James, but he's going to get challenged by Walker and lose out. Walker knocks it back off of James. It will be a goal kick to City. 14 minutes remaining for the Citizens to find a goal. 14 left for United to hold off, and that is going to be the end of the afternoon for Luke Shaw, who is back down on the turf. We were worried about him at the beginning of the match when he sat down, was able to continue and find United's second goal, but now the referee, even the one signaling, saying that Luke Shaw likely to need to be substituted. So Manchester United will likely look to their second change of the match. Yeah, maybe another 9-goal thrashing for Southampton. The weirdest team to ever be prone to 9-0 thrashings. Now here's City coming down the far flank. Good cut inside by Walker. His pass deflected, will come out of play for a throw-in. Oh, Luke Shaw looks to be okay. He's actually jogged back onto the pitch, so not sure what the issue was, but he is going to carry on. Maguire locking up with Raheem Sterling inside the box. He will win out and get the clearance. Foden. Diaz. Stones. Walker. Are they buffering you right now? Excuse me. Dude, there was one time last week where I can't remember what game I was watching, but NBC literally cut away to another program like Sky Sports or something that was like doing a cricket review during a live match. Here's City, top of the box, looking for a cute little pass is Rodri, but it's deflected by multiple United players. They do force City back a couple of yards, but it comes again through Walker. He looks for a cross. What a ball in from Walker, and how does that not go in from Sterling? What an incredible cross from Kyle Walker, and no finish to go with it. Look at this. It's brilliant from Kyle Walker. Oh, it's my goodness. It's the slightest of interventions by Victor Lindelof. No, it's not. No, he doesn't get anything on it. Nope, he doesn't get anything on it. Nope, 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 nope. It's all on Sterling. Sterling's got to finish that. Oh, that's painful to watch even as a United fan. That was such a good ball. That was an incredible ball from Walker. Perfectly weighted. Perfect height on it. It's just dropping right onto Sterling's foot as it comes across the 6-yard box, and it's just begging to be finished, and Sterling cannot tap it home. Manchester City coming again. Rodri. Foden. Looks for the ball in behind, but a miscommunication between him and Sterling will allow Henderson to run out, take his time, pick this one up. Sterling's miss. I wouldn't call it a sitter, but pretty close. Like, it was a perfect ball. It cut out the entirety of the defense. It was inside the 6-yard box. All Sterling had to do was make contact with it, basically. And it was getting to foot height. Yeah, Walker did get fucked on an assist. I think I would expect that to be finished 8 out of 10 times, probably. Here's Foden. Gundogan. Mahrez wants to shoot, doesn't have the space, finds Gundogan top of the box, surrounded by red jerseys. Mahrez with a cute pass into Foden's feet. He's crowded out by United's last-ditch defending. Another good chance for Manchester City, but Foden just couldn't get it out of his feet in time. Wan-Bissaka made the critical intervention this time around. Nice switch of play from Rodri back out to Kyle Walker. Gundogan. Nice reverse pass, but it's well read by Lindelof. United take it away, and now it's Dan James driving forward. Picks out Martial. Bruno Fernandes. We might just be offside. We'll see if it holds up. Continues to drive. Fernandes lays it to Greenwood. Top of the box. Oh, it's going to escape James, and here comes City the other way. Rodri lays it for Gundogan. Looks like most of United's team have retreated into their defensive shape as Gundogan continues to dribble slowly forward. Now De Bruyne. Mahrez. Gundogan. Walker. Mahrez. Walker. Closed down by Shaw. Can't get across away. City forced to just recycle it. Here comes across from Stones of all people, and rising high there is... Excuse me, I was across from Diaz, I think, and Stones is inside the box trying to get on top of that one. Cannot keep his header down. See, here is that last chance for Foden. He takes... It's a decent first touch, but again, it gets stuck under his legs. And it just takes him too long to sort his feet out, allowing Wan-Bissaka to get that critical poke away. It's a good turn by McTominay away from the pressure of De Bruyne. Fred losing out, though, in a dangerous position. Gundogan. Mahrez onto his right. Looks over to De Bruyne. Cross is deflected. Lindelof gets the first header. Gundogan wins the second ball. Comes off a United player last for another City corner. But no. Actually going to be a goal kick, much to the fury of Ilkay Gundogan. It looked to be a corner to my eyes as well, but he will not get the decision in his favor. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, no, that's definitely a corner. Awkward. Hey, man, nothing wrong with 445 euros. That's like 3/4 of my rent. Goal kick from Henderson is easily won back by City. There's Walker. Cross coming in from De Bruyne. Free header for Raheem Sterling, and he cannot get it right. Maguire had slipped right in front of him, offering a free chance at goal. And Sterling just cannot direct his header goalwards. Oh my, that is a waste if I have ever seen one. And Sterling knows it. He's leaning back a little bit, but it really is not that bad. Yeah, no problem, Max. Appreciate you being here. It's been fun. Oh, that's lovely stuff from Martial, but he just can't connect with James as he tries to overlap. I'm glad you have enjoyed it. Hopefully, for all the world, it looks like United will hold out. So hopefully you are enjoying that nice 445 euros there. Go buy yourself something nice. There's Diaz. Foden. 1-2 played back to Foden. Wan-Bissaka gets the challenge wrong. It's going to be a free kick to City. Likely a yellow card for Wan-Bissaka as well. Yeah, you can see it. He knows it. He just didn't get any of the ball. Usually extremely adept at these sliding challenges, but you can see Foden is clever. He uses his body well to shield Wan-Bissaka away from the ball. Wan-Bissaka clearly going to come in and clip Foden, so I think that's a pretty easy call for the referee. It doesn't look like he's given him a yellow card. I have to say I'm surprised at that. But City really need to make this one count if they want any chance of coming back in this game. But look at Bruno Fernandes throwing his head into the mix, nodding that one away for another corner. Awesome sauce, Max. Can't wait to have you back. De Bruyne. Swinging it in. Header to the back post. And once again, City cannot get it done. John Stones this time is the man closest to nodding or prodding it home, excuse me. It's a good flick on at the near post from Gundogan, but look at Stones. He's inches away again. And it just feels like one of those days for Manchester City. Nothing is going right for them inside the box. And with 3 minutes to play, plus maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time, this looks to be United's afternoon at the Etihad. Anthony Martial going to be the last player withdrawn, or excuse me, the second player withdrawn for United. Nemanja Matic will be the man coming on for some extra defensive reinforcements. I imagine they'll go towards more of a 4-4-2 or so here, or basically just throw him into a holding mid position. Doesn't really matter at this point. All you got to do is keep City off of the score sheet at this point. Decent shift for Martial today. Probably could have done better with a couple of chances, but he did win the penalty in the opening stages that gave United the lead. Yeah, I was going to say, City have been on a run, dude. And in none of those games, I don't think any of those 21 games that we've seen them win have been like, oh, City are trailing and made an incredible comeback. No. They have dominated 21 games in a row. Gundogan turning, gets it over to De Bruyne. He has a strike that is deflected again. Good last-ditch defending from United. So they make it tricky for De Bruyne. Wow, that's a goal kick? How? Wow, okay. I mean, I guess he just mishit the strike. Whatever. We'll take the goal kick. Just a minute, 15 seconds remaining in regulation. We'll see stoppage time very, very briefly. Or shortly, I suppose. And the lineups are out for Tottenham Crystal Palace. So if you're playing fantasy Premier League, go check them right now. Don't wait if you need to win your matchup. In the meantime, City trying to generate something, working it out from the back, but running out of time with which to do it. Diaz. I gotta go into my stream manager and resolve these. Actually, I always forget that like sometimes you gotta go into your actual stream manager to resolve the ticket. Here is Bruno Fernandes, lays it back to Matic. Again, United just happy to take time off the clock. They've gone long. Ederson comes outside of his box to deal with this one, sends it long. Up goes Lindelof to win the initial header. There we go. Resolving requests. That's what we do here. Here's Dan James. Nice little jaunt down the far flanks. Just going to hold this one up in the corner. We have 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of regulation. That is that's a lot more than I had expected, I have to say. Nevertheless, that is what we have. Here's Dean Henderson outside of his area to deal with this long ball. He'll boot it out towards the far line. It does just trickle out for a City throw. Okay, so here's what I'll do with channel points. I will add a shot request. I'll make it extremely expensive. And then I'll change the prices of everything else. I need to think of maybe 1 or 2 other things to add. I have to be very careful with shots. Because that's an easy way to ruin a day. Very, very easy. Here's City. Back with the ball at their feet. It's Zinchenko. They have now 3.5 minutes to play. I did do the last one. You saw me do it. I pulled this in and drank it. No. You are not gaslighting me here. Oh, wait. Keep drinking. Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I didn't see Max's. There we go. There's De Bruyne. Walker. Over the top here, but nobody running onto this one from City. It will roll out for a United goal kick. 3 minutes remaining. Pep Guardiola not looking too pleased in his chair here at the Etihad Stadium. Of course, at the end of the day, it won't matter too much to Manchester City. They will still be the Premier League champions this season, and they still do have 4 competitions in which to participate and try to win.
In the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Brandon Williams is on for a rare appearance this season.
It will be disappointing. Their 21-match unbeaten run will come to an end. They will lose to crosstown rivals Manchester United and hand them a very nice 3 points that will be well received to keep United in the top 4. So, sure, Pep will not be thrilled, but it is not the end of the world for Manchester City. It is a massive, massive result for Manchester United, particularly after 2 very disappointing draws in the league. This one's taken away from Kyle Walker. Brandon Williams has come on as United's last change for the remainder of stoppage time. Yes, thank you, Pep, indeed, for the generosity. United have been surprisingly good against Manchester City in prior seasons. 4 points from derbies this season. We've beaten them quite a few times, and they are definitely a better team than us. So United does like to get up for the derbies. There's a flick on from Brandon Williams. Yeah, the price will go up, but I certainly will not make water an inaccessible price point. So you will have plenty of opportunities to make me drink plenty of water. That will always be the cheapest price point on my channel. Here's Mahrez. Oh, Mahrez just gets completely stripped by Dan James. He's going to drive forward, cutting inside to the middle. He has the support of Greenwood, and he will give it to him. This will likely be the end of the match as Greenwood plays this back towards the far corner. It will just be seen out of play by Kyle Walker, but 20 seconds remain in regulation. And there will not be enough time for City.
Very controlled in the way
to make things happen here. Gundogan slides one over to Foden. Foden driving forward. That comes back off the referee, who will stop play for that reason. McTominay going to take some extra time. Diaz. I think it's a drop ball here. Will be given to Gundogan. We have reached the 5 minutes in stoppage time. Lovely interception from Maguire. Taken right off of him, though, by Zinchenko. Likely City's last attack. We'll see if they can at least ruin the shutout for United. Mahrez, straight at Henderson. Punches it away. Deflection comes off of Gundogan's hand. It is a corner kick for City. As again, we are past the 5 minutes. This is going to be the last chance for City. It's a lovely strike from Mahrez. I see a little bit of dip onto that one. And then the follow-up strike comes underneath Matic. Brief check is over. Here's the corner kick. Headed away. And that will do it. Huge result for Manchester United as they pick up a win in the final Manchester derby of the season. This one away at the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's side find their 21-game unbeaten run broken here by their crosstown rivals as this one finishes City 0, United 2. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. It has been an absolute pleasure and a thrilling result for all of us United fans here and for Max Muse, who wins his bet. So appreciate everyone tuning in. It's been a great stream. Really had a lot of fun casting this one. If you guys are interested, I'll be writing a match report later on today. You can check it out on my Twitter if you want to read that and either agree or disagree with me. My Twitter, I can put it here in the chats to make it easy for everyone. If you're interested, this is not don't have to go crazy or anything, but it is just D_JCass on Twitter. So if you are interested, there is the handle. If you'd like to check that one out later, it'll probably come out sometime around like 4 o'clock or so because I do have a couple other things to do. But do appreciate you all once again. I'm not going to end stream because I'm actually just going to take a short break and go into casting a game that I like to play called Genshin Impact. But if you were here for soccer and no longer want to stick around, again, thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful day. For those that do want to stick around, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, come back and stream some video games. So you're welcome to stick around. But again, not pressuring anyone to do so. Please do go off and enjoy your Sundays with this glorious United win. But with that, I will go take a brief break, actually use the restroom because you guys have made me drink a lot of water. And we'll be back on changing the stream title with another game in a couple of minutes. So thanks again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Alrighty. For everyone that's still out there, I am back. Change their screen title, change the category. I'm going to keep the Man U jersey on because why not? But yeah, let's get into the Hu Tao story. I've wanted to stream this, so I've been saving it. So I'm excited for this. I love the side stories in Genshin Impact. I think they're super, super good. So I'm very excited to see what this one is like. But yeah, that's all we're going to do. I will do the Hu Tao missions, and then I will end stream with that. So for those who want to see those, that is what we will be looking at. How is... okay, MS is good. Solid. Let's do this. Yes. Classic. Start on Wu Wang Hill. So Hu Tao is a new character in the game. She's been out for a week now in her wish. She's a fire pole arm user. Main DPS because she requires being out in the field a little bit. Pretty cool design. I like her design, but we're going to find out more about her personality and her job. She's the head of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, along with Zhongli, who is, as we all know, Morak / God of Geo / all of those good things. I'm not actually rolling for Hu Tao because I already have a C6 Zhongling, and I don't really need to roll for another polearm user. But like I said, I love the side story, like in-depth missions that give you character background. And so we've had one for Zhongli, we've had one for Venti, we've had a lot in the past, and this is Hu Tao. So I'm pretty excited for what this has. So why did we come here? Bad feeling about this. Yeah, so like Wu Wang Hill is supposed to be like the creepy ghost place on the map in Liyue, and Hu Tao is the head of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so she runs funerals, and she also, her like abilities allow her to like use ghosts and shit, and she is like a trickster and troublemaker. So yeah, sure, Paimon, you keep telling us that. Undertaker from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal. I mean, that's fair. Okay, this is hilarious. So this is a running gag that MiHoYo has. So in one of the dialogue options earlier in the game, when you're introducing who Paimon is, she's like your traveling partner, you get the option of saying she's my emergency food. And of course, like every single person chooses that option. And so it became super popular and like memed all across the internet. So now MiHoYo's like leaning into it because Paimon's like, he's gonna eat me, I am food. The other side. More afraid than Paimon. Become in peace, Lord. Don't touch me. And he runs. So an awfully scared Undertaker. Alright, here we go. Yep, the butterfly flutters away. Act 1. Is that Hu Tao? That is Hu Tao. Let's go.
Oh? いや、そんなにびっくりしなくて大丈夫だよ。彼らは幽霊じゃなくて普通のお客さんだから。そうだぞ。幽霊じゃないって言ってるだろ。なんで信じないんだよ。 でもお客さんっていうのもなんか違うけど。ごめんね。彼はうちの新人のもう初めて葬儀をやるもんだから少し神経質になってるみたい。葬儀。ああ、勝利が家計をやってる王女堂も確かそういうのを専門にしてたよな。
Deal. So funeral. Oh, the Wangcheng funeral partner Zheng Li is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
あれ?
Oh, you know Zheng Li.
知ってるんだ。じゃあ話が早いね。
I do like the star eye design. It's a good way to add emphasis to certain character traits. So if anyone out there reads Oshinoko, they do this with the eyes of the main characters to like show they have like star power, basically. And they use the coloration and design of the stars to like show their mood and like what's going on inside their heads. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to utilize it for Hu Tower, if they're just trying to use it to make her look cute, but we'll have to see. Director of Wangcheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, well, trifling matters having to do with mortality.
ちょっとね。
Yeah, she is just a little.
でも私はこの仕事を気に入ってるの。もし王女堂にしてほしいことがあったら何でも言って。
Whenever the request them, I don't think we fall into the client category.
そうだぞ。それに王女堂に頼みたいことがあったとしてもこんな偏僻なとこまで来ないだろう。まあ商売上のお客さんじゃなくても この世に生まれてきた時点で
Everyone who enters the mortal realm will be a client of mine. Yeah, she is just a little troublemaker.
今はそうじゃなくてもいずれ必ず。
That's dark.
王女堂は予約サービスも受け付けてるよ。私たちはあなたにとって最良の選択。ただし予約時間は正確にね。じゃないといろいろ面倒だから。
Be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it's a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice.
まだ決まりそうにないならそう言ってちょ
String
うだい。
aside, please do come and talk it over. I hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
絶対にがっかりしちゃうから。ストップストップ。
That's you. That's a lot to, yeah, there is a lot to unpack there, Paimon. Some of the few times I agree with you.
悪いな。同志は少々癖のある。最近無謀の丘で心霊現象が起きたと聞いて、それを鎮める葬儀自体はうまくいった。同志が言うには
王女堂無謀の丘。そう。この3つの単語が並べば自然とわかるでしょ。説明する必要はない。それに用がないのに無謀の丘に来るなんてあなたたちこそ普通じゃないと思うよ。普通に対する認識がすごいずれ。冒険。ああ、見たところ冒険者協会の一員かな。お客さんはお客さんでも珍しい桃級の客人だったか。
Would to be precise. Jesus.
桃級
Wood for the fire, baby.
お客さんの重要度を決める度合いだよ。
Just how we gauge our client's importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
そんなこと初めて聞きましたけど。
だって今日決めたことだから。
Because I only just thought of it, so don't be shocked. Yeah, jeez, just a brat troublemaker.
考えてもみて。冒険者は毎日険しい山々を越え、秘境を探索し、数々の戦闘をくぐり抜ける。危険いっぱいでしょ。こういうお客さんには常に関心を持っておいた方が、そちらにとってもこちらにとってもいいことじゃない。
Probably a typo. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me. Charming.
Touched
a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangcheng Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier. I don't really want to take part in your business. What I could offer you as a reward. Perhaps there's a favor I could do in return. My twin sister, who's evil. That seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. See, helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business. When did we become your assistants? You've always been my assistant, Paimon. Yes, Paimon, she meant talking to the dead. That is exactly what she meant. Alright, let's see. There she is. You again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe. No reason to get upset. Look, one of your numbers, an avid supporter of my proposition. Since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangchang Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. And we do charge us, she was talking so fast, she was doing the whole advertising bit. Now we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still very affordable. I don't think you're hearing me. Okay, alright, I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say. Yeah, no, I'm not sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place. Time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters. Wait, hold on. What would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10. Director, please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millelith. It seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services. Yeah, I side with Lan on this issue. Yeah, nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangchang Funeral Parlor. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it's their loss. Some things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time. Wangchang Funeral Parlor is in a very interesting... What is going on? Okay, whatever. Wangchang Funeral Parlor is in like a very interesting part of the city. It's like literally in this corner. Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Meng, are you done preparing our promotional materials? My apologies, I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they'll be effective? Trust me, they're gonna work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangchang Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the request written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. Though, it's a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch. Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise. Special offer? Wangchang Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millelith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangshang Visitors Day, but no one showed up. Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise. Finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door, looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons, just by writing things like buy one get one free for the holder of this tile on them. What do they buy and what do they get? A solid and durable second home, of course. They may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be good as new and won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangshang Funeral Parlor quality guarantee. She is literally just a troll. She's just an internet troll. Alright, man, keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it. I'm still not sure this will work. Oh, I get it. You think our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It's true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. That's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, my camera's in a bad spot here. Oh, sorry guys. 1 second. Let me grab my camera. Covering the text. We'll go top right. So we're not covering the... Is he covering anything important up here? No, not really. Investigate the Wangshang Funeral Parlor surroundings and wait while waiting for Hu Tao. Okay, cool. What are we looking for? We're just checking shit out. The tile should be blank. Characters on the back of the tiles must be the special offer. Okay. And this door is Wangshang Funeral Parlor. It looks far more ordinary than the director made it out to be. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. It's tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known. Yeah, I mean, she's a clever little bug. Settle down. Write it like this. Wangshang Funeral Parlor bumper sale. Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all the lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy. Director, isn't lifeless the name of the game in this industry? That's old hat. We're opening up new ground. Why does Wangshang Funeral Parlor need to open up? Alright, director. Poor guy's giving up. Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us. We, as in us. Who else? Do you see anyone else around you? Well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was. Just a joke, sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present, for the moment at least. Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. I mean, that's fair. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. That is also true. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. All baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is the topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world. Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you had imagined? Tama wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us. It must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits and the afterlife. Or even better, a belief that none of it exists. And you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people. You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all. I like her. I like it. Making jokes out of death? Yes. Sign me up, Hu Tao. I like you. You're fun. I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. Alright, let's get going. Follow me. Doctor, wait. What about Big G? Don't forget. We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name. Oh, nothing. Just something Meng's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake. Where are we going? Visit an important potential client. I'll lead the way. Are we going to Granny Ruxin? No, we're actually going to the restaurant. This guy? Sorry? Who are you? Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me? Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains? I don't like this either. I don't know where to put my camera. Tell you what, we can just reduce my camera size. Doesn't matter that much. Go back in the corner. Let's see how that looks. That's better. Okay, I'm not blocking as much of the screen now. We're healthy. It's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains. Best to keep an eye on them. What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much. Thank you. Go find some other poor soul. Goodbye. Can Hu Tao, like, why did they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips? She's such a troll. I wonder... I wonder if she could maybe see, like, you know, I can't remember what that movie is, like, Your Death Day or something like that, or whatever that is. I wonder if she can, like, see the risks or, like, the amount of time people have left. That would be interesting. We'll find out, though. Let's see. Who are we talking to? I'm surprised she's not talking to Granny Ruxin, but Moo Moo. And you are? Be quick. I'm busy. Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not in need of your services. So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it? Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that? I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind. Ugh, another failure. Still not the end of the world. Yeah, there will. The Wangshang Funeral Parlor director, right? Sorry, I'm really in no need of... Don't apologize. Get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side. If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith. Oh no, okay, relax. We're leaving. We're leaving. But Wangshang Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage. You really don't give up, do you? Are you trying to make me feel better? Thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people. Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable. Business development? Is that what you see this as? No, she's just trolling. Surely you don't think all that was business development. Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake? Yes. No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G? Rings a bell. As it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G, but having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly. I gotta say, so no, she can't see their like death numbers, but I was gonna say she can kind of sense otherworldly presence. She does, man. Like her ultimate, like her elemental burst allows her to like use a ghost, so I think she can sense them. So we just had a quick chat, and I left it at that. I wonder what business development looks like. There, yeah, see. Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for people in declining health. Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangshang Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people? Or... Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... Never mind. Paimon would know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand. Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangshang Funeral Parlor. The Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng. Should I just TP back there? It's like midway, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Huh? I just bounced off those people's heads. Yeah, let's see what this guy has to say. Meng, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G. I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. I've already searched in all the likely places. Who is this Big G anyway? I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wuwang Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day there was an accident, and that was the end of it. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wuwang Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow? Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. I get more anxious every day. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit? That's why he joined Wangshang Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times. Are you sure there's no danger? Couldn't bear for him to go around harming people. See what I mean? Look at the state of it. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Mang forever. Those people we found today were also Mang's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed. Wulong Hill, childhood friends. Seems like we're out of leads. Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? Oh, look at that! Look at that face from. Look at this face! Look at this face! What is this face? Just like, get the fuck away! What are you doing here? My name's Luo Cheng. I had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me. Some of my friends and I went to Wulong Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I felt ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon. Say no more. There's no doubt. It's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that. You believe so too? It's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end. The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales. Wulong Hill. No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G. Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out. Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though? Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me. I beg you. I'm too young to die. Alright. Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help. I guess I'll come too. Help me make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we finish with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter. Okay? Right, let's go. I feel like we're all the way at Wulong, yeah? That's an interesting spot. I better check the dog. Make sure he's not. Nope, he's just passed out on a chair. My roommate hasn't been home all day. He wasn't home all day yesterday because my roommate is moving out with his girlfriend. They might be apartment hunting right now already. Came back briefly and then just bailed while I was streaming soccer earlier. Just left Luca in the cage. I can't imagine him doing anything more important than apartment hunting that would leave him to leave Luca, so. What is this here? So, what mysterious rituals are you going to perform here? No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time. What? Hey, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago. So why are we here? You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed. The other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes. I think it might work if you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old. How old are you, Palma? Why would you ask that? Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. Welcome to the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen.
境界に近づいた人を離れさせる。
What can I do? What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe. Why would anyone believe that it's a curse? Do you know the history of the Yakshas? They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. Resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took over the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restore the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were a real thing in the past, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop. Ah, you're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It will absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our victory. Our safety, excuse me. Can you not? How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? Right. Let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device. Oh, wait, shoot. Yeah, when is the drop for today? I don't know if I got in line. Oh, shoot, it's probably over already. In approximately 39 minutes. That was today. That was 12:55. Oh, no, we're fine. Sorry, 1 second, guys. I forgot. I'm trying to get in line for another Top Shot pack. I decided to get into it recently. I'm not going to, like, go crazy or anything, but you got to get in line or nothing's going to go well for you. So let's see. Grab pack. How about packs? Yeah. Oh, God, it's $199? Yeah, no. See, that's where I say no. I'm not spending $200 on a pack of cards, even if they're more valuable than that. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, you have to, like, invest to, like, get returns, but, yeah, no, I mean, I know Top Shot cards are valuable and all. I don't know if anyone out there knows about Top Shot. It's just like a digital NBA cards, basically, but, like, I'll spend $200 on the gaming chair, $200-300, right? I'll spend $200 on a vacuum cleaner. I'm not spending $200 on cards. I'm not doing it. It's just not a thing. No, absolutely not. And, like, again, I understand that, like, I could spend $200 and I get a card that's worth $600. But, like, if I was going to do that, I would really want to be, like, into cards and into marketplaces and into all that sort of, like, stuff. You know, people like to call it sharky. It's a little rude to call it sharky. Like, there are people out there that take this seriously and enjoy it. And, like, they enjoy the cards and they enjoy the collecting and they enjoy the trading and they enjoy the money. Like, that's all fine. It's just not me. So I'm not spending $200 on a pack of cards. It's not happening. All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device. There we go. Protect the lane line monolith and fend off enemies.
本当に呪いを具現化した。お願いします。頑張ってください。
I really didn't optimize for this because I didn't bring any Animo characters, which are like most of the CC, but it's whatever. It's not gonna get close enough to killing it, 71%. See, this is what I'm talking about. I have a friend who's into it, and he's asking if I can just get in line for him so that I can get him more cards. I mean, I can help him out, I guess. I don't think the drop's until 4 p.m., so I don't have to worry about this now. Let me see. 2 p.m. PST. Yeah, I got plenty of time. Sure. I'll think about it. I'll let you know by 2:30. Buy or not. I don't. I'll help him out. Why not? So, no skin off my back. How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body? Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for you and the traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life. Ah, great. In which case, now I can tell you. Fanfare, you've been pranked! What? The exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old leyline monolith, deceptively effective at attracting monsters. Those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery? The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick? You caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess. But I'm leaning towards the last option. It wouldn't be the first time in my career. How unexpected. I also didn't expect that. But still, I'd like to thank you. Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts. What a weird thing to say. Sorry for troubling you. Unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with this matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G? I believe that won't be needed. He found us first. Big G? I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you. Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world. What Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G. Let's bring him back to Wangshan Funeral Parlor. We have much to do. We have much to do. She is a little trickster, but she seems like a pretty good person. For all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore. Didn't expect to stumble upon Big G just like that either. Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wulong Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back. This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon. Actually, she pretty much summed it up. Don't ever question my professional instincts. I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promised I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wulong Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here. It must have been poor Luo Cheng you followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now you know. Now we know what caused his nightmares. I was discovered? Well, I assume so. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been scared half to death. Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor and I got lost in the city. Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him. All this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit, don't you think it's much easier to find your way home from up above? I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared. That's right, yes. He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit. I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living. And with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the ley line monolith's call. I'm so relieved you haven't become an evil spirit. Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wulong Hill, and we should be done and dust to dusted. Well, ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wulong Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual. Then come and find us. I don't want to scare them. Careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes. Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? No, why not? It's a nice plan. She's being... It's her opinion on whether she should tell people the truth or not, but... Do you remember us? You. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor services anytime. We grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working at Wangshan Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. He must have had his reasons. He's on his own now after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you? Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, you know, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or something. I cooked something for him. He can eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Joyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Joyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe. Deal, just give us a minute. I see, this is like a nice thing she's doing. I don't know if I agree with her that, like, you don't need to tell people the truth, but there is, like, validity in saying that sometimes it's just better, like, ignorance is bliss sometimes. Great, this should be enough. I'll just set on Joyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down. When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you. Great, see you later. How did he know about the others? go talk to old Mumu. What's up, Mumu? Not you again. I told you I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wang Chung funeral parlor. Meng told us about you. You're good friends, right? That's true, yes. Come to think of it, remember he did join Wang Chung funeral parlour recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So is Big G the reason you're here to see me? How did you know? We didn't even say anything. Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secrets. Everyone hears the name Mumu and thinks I must be dim-witted. Never heard the end of it when I set up shop, but let's say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true. It's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Kongji next? I already saw Little Wu, now I gotta find Kongji. If it's Kongji you're after, let's meet at the overpass by Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done. Oh, we're still on the bridge. I got you baited. There's stairs. No, I gotta go this way. Sucks. I don't have any Animo characters. I can't fly up. Whatever. Anything at the shop? No. Not today. Oh, the stair system. It's like really. Okay, I shouldn't complain. It's really cool. There we go. All three of them. We're all here? Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years. Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now home is wherever friends are. You've been telling me you're looking for keepsakes? I think Artisan Zhao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago I bought some quality Phlostrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy. Hello. Can I like not climb that? Thank you. Why is it all the way over here, man? Such a long run. I do appreciate it though. Open world games with a nice like large environment is like really enjoyable. It's a beautiful city. It's beautiful rendering. I love it. Hi, we're here to pick up Phlostrite shards for Kongji. I think she mentioned it. Yes. Here you are in the register. No problem. Phlostrite shards are over in that crate there. Please help yourselves. Look for the objective in this area. There you go. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. Seem like they're here. Let's look somewhere else. On top. Okay. Shards of fine quality. That's what Kongji was talking about. Let's go find them. Another run across the city. What's up, Yinger? Yinger's side bay. She makes perfumes. She's fun. She's a fun one. Oh, whoops. Screwed up. Oh well. And it's daytime. Just perfect. My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please wait a moment. This is the final step. Okay, here we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern, right? We all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this right remains observed, each of us remains the same. As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it. If you get the chance, please let him know. We're doing well. And the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass. Off we go to Wulong Hill, right back where we started. This should be the end, I think. Nostalgic Goyun chili chicken. What if I just ate it? There's our friend. Ghosty boy. Yeah, I got the right one right before. Oh, you're back already. Sooner than I expected. You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon? Does Paimon look that unreliable to you? I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they're willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story, which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with. Guard the border between life and death. This is the Longchong Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility. And I'm stricter than most. So what about us? Doesn't that matter if we cross the border? Of course not. After all, you were caught up in this already, just like Meng. It's not the end of the world if you catch a glimpse behind the curtain. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see, or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories. We're going into a domain. What is this place? Somewhere close to death. Not like hell or underworld from Tales of Old. Oh, do I need fire? Oh, can I not party set up here? God damn it. Well, yeah, I can't really do the challenge. I mean, I guess I can fly over it, but I'll just pick up some fire. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I have Hu Tao. Curses. Oh, I'm really not paying attention. Alright. We're going back in. Go back in. Alright. I'll just do it just in case. I don't need Bell for this. Instead of Chi-Chi, just take Bennett's. Oh, we just take... Yeah, let's go. No, what? Alrighty then. Oh yeah, I love this dash animation. She goes like invisible when you dash. It's pretty cool. This is just a place where ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. Keep it cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony is just up ahead. Pattern looks familiar. From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing. Oh, just like last time. I'm just looking for chests, mostly. Always check your corners, folks. Okay.
見せよ吸引おいおいおい行こういってらっしゃいパーフーパー1フーパーなんだか穏やかな
Place
とこ
doesn't
ろじゃ
feel
ないな
at peace.
教会が教
That's
会
why
と
it's
呼ば
named
れ
a
る理
border.
由
You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little, how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
儀式かその流れで出てくる単語
I'm
じゃない
pretty
気
sure
が
that's
するんだ
not
けど
how people put it. I'm just checking for chests. You don't get to come back to these places, so you gotta make sure you're diligent. Oh boy. Okay. Cool.
みんなは俺が
6308式
I just died. I think I did. No.
おいふうよっ
Bennett's doing that. Thanks, Bennett.
ふうよっ
Oh yeah, let's whip
いってらっ
it.
しゃいふうさふうパーふう
冒険だ冒険
Going up.
そういえば冒
I
険者
imagine
協会
Adventures
の
Guild
冒険
members
者
are
は
good at
物
making
置
order
が
of
得意
things.
だよね適
I like
切なも
doing
の
it
を
since
適切
you
な場所
can't
に
find
置
a
く
way to get
破壊とか
since
元素
you
反応
seem to
とか
find a way
で
to get
ド
right
カ
things
ーン
into
と
the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction, but
何かヒントを伝えようとしてるのか
I mean, okay. So I'm just burning that and then picking this up. Okay. Okay, so I'm just putting down here.
冒険だ冒険とうわ
Oh, where's the second one? Um,
冒険だ冒険冒険だ冒険
looking somewhere else. What am I looking for here? Is this thing supposed to like summon another one of those things, or I mean, I'm hitting that? Oh, there we go. Alrighty, now you can float on down, pick up the second soul. There it is. And a chest to go with it.
Boken da boken! Do ya?
Oh, gotta look everywhere.
Boken da boken!
Alright, I have to use the restroom really quick. I'll be right back.
他の人と一緒に冒険するのは久しぶりだ。行こうぜ。一体どこから。周りを探索してみないか。もしかしたらお宝が隠れてるかもしれないぞ。一体どこから。
Sorry about that. I've been holding in coffee for a long time. Now let's do this.
断罪の名において6308ユニット
全力攻撃だ。
行こうよっ吸引テスト開始。
Nice. Double check, move on. Check your corners. Not really seeing anything. I think we got everything. Break everything. Always break everything. Alright. There's a space behind this door. Okay. There's usually not like too much. There's usually like 1 to 3 chests maximum. So I already have 2, so it's possible there's not another one, but I haven't really looked it up. So just trying to be safe. This looks the same, but there aren't enough. Oh, that's gonna take freaking ever. It's so high up, I don't know how else I kill it. Okay, that's fine. Go on a little bit. So there's no way they designed this to be difficult to navigate. Elaborate place to put the second soul. Oh, this is behind the door. Okay, I was gonna say. Interesting. Didn't really see anything here though. I missed something. feel like I definitely did something. Maybe I just needed to walk in the circle. I mean, everything reset. The door closed again. Oh, yep, they respawned. Cool.
よし、ここはさっきと同じところじゃないか?
Which one? Oh, this one's already down. Why is this one like down?
Yeah. 冒険だ冒険
Okay. Okay, this might be a puzzle. So we went for the one on the right that time, and it didn't work. So just keep that in mind. We need to go for the one on the left when we come back around. The one that was like withdrawn, basically. One was up, one was like down. So probably need to do it the opposite way. Come back around. Oh, I missed. Okay. Okay.
どういうことだ? 俺たち本当に進んでるのか?
ずっと元の場所に戻されてるみたいだ。
よし、出発だ。
Do I have to die, maybe?
よし、出発だ。冒険だ冒険。
Well, either way, we did it on the right this time. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. So
ずっと同じところに戻されてる。きっとキダショウの仕業だ。
Relax, dude. There we go.
そうじゃないよ。あなたたちの様子を見て安心した。やっぱり一般人じゃ中に入れないんだね。もしや、お前分かってたのか？まあまあ、数が足りないなら何周か回れば足りるんじゃない？
So that time it actually rose up. If it's just gonna have me go around in the circle 5 times, I'm gonna be really annoyed, but whatever. Could be some symbolism of like, you know, having to do deeds like before you can cross over, but it's just kind of fine.
よし、出発だ。よし、出発だ。
So that time the fires are all on already. See that? So this time I think we're good. I think we did it the right way. Don't be daft. My mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
やっぱり一般人じゃ中に入れないんだね。もしや、
Set us up.
お前分かってたのか？まあまあ、
Don't have
数が足
enough.
りないな
Why
ら
not
何
just
周か回れば足りるんじゃない？
carry it through a few more times?
言うだろう。まあ、
Just carry the fire
運に
with
恵
me.
まれない俺はどっくらい。
If this is a puzzle and I'm not figuring it out, then I'm just gonna look up what happens after this one, because I don't want to be here forever. I don't think anyone does.
冒険だ冒険。
Okay, the fires are lighting up this time instead of like last time where they were already lit.
冒険だ冒険。うわあ。 ずっと同じところに戻されてる。
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm
きっ
good.
とキダショウの仕業だ。
Yeah, so you had to carry the thing all the way
あなた
through.
たちの様子を見て安心した。やっぱり一般人じゃ中に入れないんだね。
It resets.
やっとたどり着いた。
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared. So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right? Just dive off the edge here. Fuck it. That's probably it for the chests. I got geo sigils. Nice. Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place. Hey, it's Lungy. Clients? Apologies, this is a little unexpected. Seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you, put you a bit at ease, but I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here. I've been waiting for someone for a long time now. Exactly how long, I couldn't really say. Walking, watching, talking to newcomers helps pass time. Best not to keep waiting forever. Is there a hole here? I wonder. Nope, it's just walk over it. Nice. Are you new here? What a coincidence, so am I. I can't believe how nice the scenery is. I thought it would be all pitch black and freezing cold with no sense of space or time. I can finally work out a lifetime of emotion. It's fantastic. Perhaps I just set my expectations too low. Have you seen Uncle Zhang recently? I remember him saying it was time for him to move on. Man, I wonder where he's off to next. We're curious, let's go see for ourselves. Some other time, perhaps. I'd like to stay here for a while. Here we are. We both got to see the lanterns ourselves one day. You can make a wish without a lantern, you know? My mom told me. As long as you yell it really loud, your wish will come true in the future. Isn't that kind of embarrassing? As soon as the first person yells, and everyone else just joins in. Nobody feels embarrassed anymore. That's right, little Lou, you start. I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks so I could eat Joyun chili chicken every day. That's your wish? If that's so funny, what's your wish? To get rich, of course. Do big business, make a load of Mora. With Mora, you can do whatever you want and be happy. You can get rich, you could buy that super expensive toy box. Not just one for everyone. No, loads for everyone. Well, if Moomoo's gonna be a businessman, I don't need to earn any money. It's tough getting rich. Don't put all the pressure on me. I want to learn to make big Xiao lanterns, the big kind. And Xiao lanterns too. I'll be the best artisan around. That way we don't need to go to Liyue Harbor to release Xiao lanterns. Anyway, those are our wishes, Meng. Big G, what about you? Been so long. Everyone's all growing up. Will all those wishes really come true? Wu's become a chef, Moomoo's a successful businessman, and Kongji makes great Xiao lanterns. Wow. We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, it's time to release this lantern. Hey DJ, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days. Take the hint, really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room. Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was once upon a time more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, a pile of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter. They managed to drive away death. They must have paid a huge price for that. For generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of the situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor, as we know it, wouldn't be here today. Neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you, or me. Not a chance. Curiosity can be perilous, you know. Don't forget my warning. The less you know, the better. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it. We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted. It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest. What kind of place is that? I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes. No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say. That's a shitty tray. Whatevs. I think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, we may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell. I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know my friends are doing well, I have no intention of bothering them. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think. How can you say such horrendous things with a smile on your face? Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G. We'll be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such. Just take my leave. Only ours hasn't come true. My life is without regrets. You can leave in peace now. I thought closure would bring me relief, but all I feel now is emptiness. After each of us started a family, built a career, we want both our families to spend the lantern right together. Ooh, and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes. Mine, however, will remain just a dream. Also think about this. Everyone gets burnt to ash one day. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great? Thank you. Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill. I have a lot of feelings to process. No worries, it's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. But naturally, this doesn't change the terms of our previous agreement. The leave will be unpaid. Aren't you forgetting about something? I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you were looking for. It's a pity indeed. The biggest pity of all is your lack of help. I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. Unfortunately, I didn't find any leads worth pursuing either. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know. You don't sound like you mean it. I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to summon someone from the other side of the border... Relax, I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of humor always goes unappreciated. I have my reasons. The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there. Not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangchang Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets. There we go. Alright, that will be it for me streaming today. I will not bore you with the grindiness of the rest of my gameplay. That is our Hu Tao mission. So we will be without new content for a little bit in Genshin Impact. It'll be pretty grindy until we get the 1.4 chapters installed, the Festival in Mondstadt, the introduction of what looks to be a new boss character, Rosaria coming into the game, and potentially another look at what has happened to our evil twin traveler, which in this case is Lumine, since I chose the guy. But yeah, can't wait for that. We'll probably stream a little bit more when that comes around, but otherwise we'll just be doing grindy stuff in between, so probably won't stream it. Thanks again for everyone that did tune in. I will be logging it off, so hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.